right.
All right.
Right now, we bring to you on the number one air hot seat. It is the man who won 3 Super Bowls, Dallas Cowboys icon. It is Michael Irvin. How are you, sir?
What's up, guys? How's
everybody? You don't get
everybody?
your suits from Joseph A. Banks, man. That's a good-looking suit.
That is nice.
No. This don't come in from Joseph A. Blanken. I don't even know why we giving him any love. You know what I'm saying? But no, they don't fit quite right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of mine are, you know what I'm saying?
Custom.
Yeah. That means the name is on the chest, not nowhere in the collar. When we used to go on the planes, that's how we checked collar or chest. See, which collar or chest? Collar. Small, medium, and large.
Off the rack.
Chest.
Yeah.
It'll say exclusively made for the playmaker.
There you go. There you go.
Collar or chest. So you go on which side?
I know we got a lot of stuff to get to, but we have to start with one negative thing. It's another year.
Yeah.
No Darren Woodson in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What the hell is the
Who do we
voters'
punch?
problem?
Well, first of all, you can probably put some of it on just us being who we are. America's team, you know, the Dallas Cowboys, all of that, and everybody knows there's a little bit of a bias there when you're talking about the guys that they can hold off as long as they could before they let in. Darren Woodson, all-time leading tackler for the Dallas Cowboys. So how can you have others in, but not the guy that did it better than all others in that area? You know what I mean? And it's not like he's coming in saying, well, I tackled a lot of people but didn't win any Super Bowls. He got some rings with them things. You see what I'm saying? He got some rings with him. So, yeah, we're going to get him in. He's got to get in. But it's all about when we go, we talk about the guys that should be there. And we're talking around the guys that are voting. Like, dude, this guy should be in. And sometimes it take a little longer than get him there. Look how long it took Drew Pearson. But this I say to thee, don't listen to anybody. When you get to that podium, Joy will be waiting. I didn't get that first year. I got there the third year. Joy was still at the podium waiting for me. So when they get there, to be there. When Woodson get there. But we did get 2 hurricanes in yesterday.
That is true.
Let me drop that in now. I want y'all to know I'm on a win-win. I'm hurt for Woody, but, boy, I got 2 hurricanes in there.
Yeah, Andre Johnson was always like, people were like, well, he's kind of on this. And I was like, no, man.
Right.
He was when it changed.
Dude.
This era changed.
Right. He was part of the transition. In transition, not only just on the field, even in the metamorphosing, in the developing of wide receivers. He came in, a little after me. We had the big receiver and the fast receiver. And then I went back to University of Miami and somebody said, they building them now. I said, who? They said them and pointed to Andre Johnson. They said, there's no more big receiver on one side and the fast receiver on the other. They're building them. He's the big and fast receiver. And that's when I said, oh my God, this thing is changing. And yeah, he was ahead of his time too. Andre Johnson was a bad boy, so he deserves that. And Devin Hester was the greatest returner in the history of the game. So yeah, those 2 hurricanes got in.
So, Michael, we had Emmett on earlier with the guys in the morning, and obviously he's making headlines here because he's frustrated, mad at what happened to the Cowboys in the playoffs, and he's airing out how he feels about that team. I know you get to do that every day for a living. How are you feeling about right now, about a month later, on this Dallas Cowboys team?
What do you mean? I still feel the same pain that I felt when that abomination hit the field in that playoff game. Why should I feel anything less? Everything around me reminds me of the damn pain. Why should am I supposed to heal in the midst of this? Every time I see this. My driver this morning that picked me up had on a Cowboys hat.
Oh.
We cried on the way to the studio together. I still ain't healed. So, Dirty Man, after this is over, when you start healing. we had a great shot at being here. Seriously, this was the year. You know, CeeDee Lamb had taken off. We had an opportunity. We're putting up 40 points at home.
Yep.
That thing falls in a way that you got the game at home, and you let the youngest team come in and take you out. That was a hard loss. Hard bounce back.
What do you think about DeMarcus
Hard
Lawrence saying we just got burned out? It's a long season. The legs got tired. That's going to happen every year, then, right?
But every year. And what the hell do you mean y'all got burned out? I don't even know what that means. I really don't even know what that means. That you got to say you're right here. I always joke with people, but Jimmy used to tell us that all the time. When we turned that corner and we got into the playoffs, you know, he was like, listen, you got 4 weeks, 5 weeks, wherever it was, to have what we all started after the get. And he used to say this, excuse me, he said, I don't give a damn. We should all be able to hang from a tree by our to get this right here. You see what I mean? By our, don't you know what
That's
I'm
how much
saying?
you got to want it.
Right.
How much you got to want it.
Right. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If you're talking about hanging from a tree, and if somebody just, don't do that. Don't go that. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. He was serious with it, and that's what. How are you even talking about tired? Tired at this place is a mindset. It's not a physical place because everybody is tired and hurt. So being physical is your mindset, and that goes back to your will. They tie in together, your mindset and your will.
So I go back to when I was a kid, I went to the Cowboys games for free because your first 3 years in the NFL, there were 20,000 empty seats at Texas Stadium almost every game. 88, 89, and 90. They weren't selling out. We would have to go to special places to watch home games if I didn't go because it wasn't on national TV. So you guys had to win. The Cowboys weren't the Cowboys in 88, 89. They were a nobody. It was Washington. It was New York on national television, not you guys. You guys had to work your butts off to become winners, to become relevant. I just wonder with this group of guys, they're the most popular players in the NFL. They're covered the most. You guys actually had to win to get people in the building to watch you.
And this is my concern all the time. All the time. It's, do you have it because we're giving it to you, or do you have this great gift, a great blessing, because you've earned it and deserved it and want to make it right? I did a video after that game, and I said, I only want guys to understand. I don't own the Dallas Cowboys. It's not mine, but my time playing was my time carrying the ball. Jerry always says it's about ownership, but it's the reality. It's the reality. It's like what Drew told me about number 88 when he gave it to me. If I did nothing with it, then it becomes nothing, you know. But now you take it and go do something and do better. Do your job. Drew, put a championship on the table. Put your damn championship on the table while you have it. They built it. In order to sustain it, you got to carry your part. And when you get the ball, your job is to put a championship on the table. You're saying it, and I concur, that they get all of the things that we worked so hard for, they get, because social media has made everybody individual star. You know, Jimmy used to say, you want to be a star, that's fine. You want to make money, that's fine. You want to meet girls, that's fine. But as long as we focus on winning, everybody can get all that stuff. But if we focus on that individual stuff, we never get what we need. So and they get all of this stuff without focusing on winning. So it's hard sometimes to just say, damn it, focus on winning. And then really the stuff you think you got ain't going to be nothing to the stuff you will get. I need them to understand that.
We talked with Tony Pollard yesterday as well, and I just asked him about CeeDee Lamb and watching CeeDee Lamb practice. He said every week that CeeDee Lamb had a big game, you knew he was going to by Saturday because of his work during the week. You knew it was about to be big. How proud of you are of what he accomplished and where his future is heading.
And to that, I shall conclude with that. And that's a great next question, because we talk about carrying the load as a team. This year, CeeDee broke records and go deeper. You know, we talk about it on our group text. I said, man, we're so happy and so proud of you. It is not him breaking my record. I don't see it this way. That's why when everybody says, would you retire your jersey for what? Why end it sitting his ass up there in the rafters? Let's keep this thing going. What I text to CeeDee all year is, man, a Dez or Drew, when we all texted this, man, this is great, man. We talk about taking the number to new heights. You're not breaking my record. You're raising the level of the 88 club. We are as a group. And every time we hand it to the next man, we say take our ceiling and make it your floor. Go do better things with it. We need CeeDee to get some Super Bowls right now. That's what we need. Bring that to the 88 club. We want him to give us some Super Bowls, and we sold him this also, a Super Bowl MVP. 88 club never got one of them. I let us down in that area. I should have got that one in Arizona.
Next level.
All the way. I should have got that one.
One of the big bits of news in the last couple of days.
That vexes me. I made y'all laugh this time. But that really does vex me, man. God.
Well, Larry Brown got more open than you in those games.
I let that. If I wouldn't have gotten that pass interference call, and I don't know how he saw it. That one on Cornell Lake, that had given me the touchdown. There were one pass across the middle. All I needed was those two plays. I could have easily gotten it because I'd had a touchdown to play across the middle. I think about that all the time, man. So I need CeeDee to go and heal that pain by bringing that 88 to that area, an MVP and a Super Bowl.
I know we need to talk about stunt. I want to get to that in just 1 second, but I also want to know, what are your thoughts about Mike Zimmer? Obviously, he was around for some of your tenure there. He's back with the Cowboys as their defensive coordinator now.
I like it. I really do, because there's a mentality, and that's what we were just talking about. There's a will, that which we were just talking about. And what we're saying is Zim can help understand this. Zim understands it because he was around before, and he can help deliver it to what your responsibilities are. All year last year we talked about complimentary football, right? Mm-hmm. Right. But we really never really played complimentary football. Let me tell you what I mean by that. You have a top 5 offense. Okay. You have a top 5 offense the last few years. Now let's just play steady defense. Let's stop the run and make them matriculate the ball down the field. But we don't. We try to get to the quarterback. We try to pick six everybody, so we play high risk, high reward. So now we're putting our defense in tough spots with a high-powered offense and a defense that's high risk, high reward. Everybody else we had in there wanted to blitz the wing market. I like a Zim. Let's bring me a solid defense to go with a top 5 offense, and we can win some games. And that's complimentary football right there.
Talk with Michael Irvin right here on 105 through the Fan, KRLD-FM. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I was really curious, if you guys don't mind, what are your thoughts about Micah Parsons then when you talk about that high risk, high reward? Because there started to be some rumblings about, does he bring the heat every single day? Does he bring the heat in practice?
You guys, let us not do this. Let us not do this. As this thing goes on, we stay on players like this. Michael Parsons is a bad man. We are not watching Michael Parsons go against one dude every play. As you go deeper and deeper into the season or deeper and deeper in the playoffs, they're going to put some bad men around them, and they're going to put 2 guys around, 3 guys around. We need other guys to step their ass up and make some plays. I don't want to hear about Michael Parsons needs to be double teamed and triple teamed. No, somebody else got to make some plays around here. That's the reality. Michael Parsons does great. This man's a 3-time All-Pro. And we're trying to squeeze more blood out of him. He's giving us something. Some of these other jokers got to step up and make some plays. That's the problem. And I'm serious with that. At least up front. Step up and let's make some plays. Let's stop this run.
The thing I worry about, being a former pitcher, and I know you're a way better football player than I was, is now the mental part of the game. Is I think about the Buffalo Bills when Emmett ran the ball in y'all's 3rd championship. That demoralized Buffalo, and it brought back all the bad thoughts in their head. And so now that they've lost to San Francisco twice, they've got blown out by Green Bay. When they make the playoffs next year, because I think that's a playoff team the Cowboys have,
right,
all of those mental things are going to be in their head of every time we get to this situation, we play our worst football.
Right. And now, and since you brought back the same coach who stepped up there and said, we weren't ready. So now I ain't got juice. I don't get extra juice on this side. You got to try to find me some extra juice on the other side. What do I mean by extra juice on the other side? You go get me one that has and maybe one that hasn't, so I can have that hunger. Let me give you go find me a Derrick Henry who hasn't won a Super Bowl championship, who has that hunger and wants to bring it around the guys and say, man, I want to do it. I want to be, and show you what it takes. And then go get me an old guy that maybe has done it, did to give me something. I don't know if you could probably wear Mike Evans or somebody like that, a big guy that can give me a area code receiver. So when Dak's feeling shaky, throw it up to the big dude. Stop trying to make these perfect throws. Baker Mayfield has revived his career with a guy like Mike Evans, what I call an area code receiver. Because when he gets shaken, there you go, big fella. He caught 13 of those for Baker Mayfield last year.
Now we got the Playmaker right here on 105.3 The Fan. New endeavor, Stunt, first major social media platform for sports content and real-time fan engagement.
Right.
Like, what does that mean to you?
But, okay, now listen, for social media, we've already talked about how it has blown people up and everything and how everybody get crazy about it, and I love going on talking sports just because I love talking sports. The reality is when you get on talking sports, they want to talk about everything else. Damn it, man. I got to relive everything else all the time. I got to hear about the president. I ain't talking about Biden. I'm talking about my White House.
Yeah.
That's why I got to start hearing about all of this. No, I just want to talk sports. That's what I get over on Stunt. You know what I mean? We're just talking sports. And a lot of things happen, too. Even in sports, we all get it. You have an opinion about sports, and then they want to put you on this side of the political world or that side of the political world. Wait a minute. I'm talking about the team. You talking about red, blue, conservative. Get out of here with all of that. I just want to talk sports and all the things that go on around sports. That's where we get that done.
The website, thestunt.com, or you can download the app. It's Stunt, S-T-U-N-T, with a fire emoji for the U if you want to go check it out. Michael Irvin, thank you very, very much. Good,
Thank
sir.
you, guys, man. It's always great to chop it up with you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
And I always listen when I'm home.
Let's go.
When I'm home.